Checking in at the top, it was the undefeated team, the Cardinals, right in front of the Cowboys. Arizona took care of the Rams on Sunday, and now Los Angeles was nowhere to be found. But Marcus, the week before, he had LA #1, right? And then the next week, they don't even make the list.
Well, that's what happens when you get beat down.
Fluid.
It's fluid. It's fluid. It's fluid.
How did?
Why is fluid like this?
It's fluid.
Why is fluid this?
I know.
Why
I won't comment. I just like doing it like this.
Why
It's
is fluid a Coke bottle? Let's stay focused.
Yo, Marcus, check this out. It's similar to the late great, Mr. Witherspoon, God rest his soul, when he was in there. Coordinate, boomerang. You got to coordinate. You got to coordinate.
Okay.
You ain't got to worry about catching a dog. You got to worry about a dog catching you.
Hey, Marcus, bam!
Lord help me. So, Marcus, as you can see, this man to my right is a prisoner of the moment.
Yeah.
So please tell me this. You agree with me, right? We're overreacting to the Rams' one loss.
100%. And we're not giving
you.
I mean, obviously, he giving the Cardinals credit with having them #1, but the Rams are fine. These things happen. His fifth place team, Molly, might I add, lost 38-3 to the New Orleans Saints in week 1.
Yeah, he's a mess.
So the Rams drop out of the top 5 because they lost to your #1 overall team. Put the damn list away. Don't tell me nothing about fluid. The list horrible. Your own logic ain't making sense. Your own logic. Molly, listen, I don't even have to argue this list because he know. This is. How do you contradict your own self?
Do you want me to answer the question?
Go ahead.
You want me to answer the question? You want me to answer the question?
Please do.
First of all, I think a couple of segments ago I showed you ain't got no business talking about somebody's logic. I think I showed that. I think I proved that. I think I proved that. Mr.
Welcome to the crazy house. Welcome to the crazy house. Because you in there with me.
I think I proved that, okay? Now, first of all, I wouldn't be there with you because they probably had me in a Grinch outfit. That's #1. But let's get that out the way, okay? Here's the deal, Marcus. Here's the deal. It's really not just about the list being fluid, Molly. It's not just about the list being fluid.
Oh, my God, please,
okay?
the shape.
It's also about this, Marcus. Let's look at the teams I put up there. You just finished raving about the Cowboys, right?
Yep.
Arizona blew them out, right? Okay, who else did I have up there? I'm talking about the Packers at #5. We've seen what they've done since they lost that opening day game, and we see how Aaron Rodgers has looked. And when Aaron Rodgers is looking like that, he's on course to probably win another MVP, and Lord knows get another trip to the NFC Championship game, okay? I got the Buffalo Bills up there, right?
Yep.
We see how they've been rolling, and again, the Chargers. So it's not really about disrespecting the Rams and acting like, oh, my goodness, this season is over and all of this other stuff. I'm just talking about based on how you look this last week and where we're looking at in the power rankings right now.
Yeah.
We saw the Chargers put everybody on notice with how they manhandled the Raiders.
Yeah.
We saw a Chargers squad that might be arguably the most well-balanced team in the National Football League with a second-year quarterback, okay? So all I'm saying is it's not about digging at the Los Angeles Rams. It's about pointing out right now, based on how these cats look following week 4, how are we going to summarily dismiss those other teams, and how are we going to keep the Rams elevated after they got pretty much punked on Sunday on their home turf at SoFi? What's the problem?
Molly,
Yeah.
I love when he fighting. I love when he fighting for air. I love when he fighting for air.
Exactly.
It makes me
Ball
so
control.
damn happy.
Dominate the segment.
Hey, America, that #5 pick is about his affinity for Aaron Rodgers. It don't have a
Green Bay
damn
not a
thing
top
to
5
do.
team in the NFL
It
right now?
don't have a damn
No. Time out, Marcus.
they not.
Time out, Marcus. Time out right now. You argued earlier this show, Stephen A. Smith, how Aaron Rodgers should get out of Green Bay. Their defense is suspect. Come to the Steelers. We have a real defense. You murdered them, and now you're going to try to act like they're that deal?
Excuse me.
Get out of here. Goodbye.
Excuse me. Do we have that tape? Because that just happened like an hour
need
ago.
that
I just said it. But be clear. They got Aaron Rodgers. And
Oh,
because they
there
got
you go.
Aaron Rodgers,
It's coming out.
New York accent.
It's coming out now.
Rodgers.
They got Aaron
Rodgers.
Now, Swagoo,
I'm from Brooklyn.
Swagoo, I would advise you. You know how I can be.
I know.
Don't encourage Molly because we got tape on her too. Come on, Swagoo. We got tape on Molly now.
Bring the
Remember
tape.
she got
Molly,
an attitude. Remember when she got an
Bring the
attitude to sit
tape.
up out of her chair going to see Purdue.
I'm not scared.
Don't get me started.
I got nothing to hide.
Marcus, she don't want to mess with me.
I'm good.
She don't want to mess with
I'm
me,
good.
Marcus.
I sleep well.
Don't trust me. She don't want to mess with me.
Hey,
you
know
come
what
with all that evidence?
Hey, Molly, I ain't gonna let him do it. You know what's disappointing? What's disappointing?
Talk to me.
The man himself, my mentor in this business in a lot of ways, my mentor.
A little scary.
The guy that has given me so much advice about be yourself, do the things that you want to do, enjoy being on television, is blinded by Aaron Rodgers. The Stephen A. Smith is blinded by Aaron enough to make him take the Rams, who lost to his #1 team. All right, see, that's when you go back to being Urkel right there.
Yeah,
when you
that's
take
about
them
to be
off
a
and put your
meme.
little chain
Hey,
on,
hey,
that's when you
gonna
step
live
on
that
the
one down.
tail.
Marcus, I was with Urkel Monday night.
Were you?
Oh my
Your
God.
twin brother?
We went
Your
to the
twin
same suite.
brother?
We went to the same
Family matters? Urkel, family matters?
Yes.
Oh my
He was
God.
there.
Did you ask him how,
It was good to see him, man.
Laura was?
It was good to see him, man.
Yeah.
He's
Wasn't
looking
that her
good,
name,
taking
Laura,
care
on
of
the
himself, man.
show?
He's a good brother, man. We were in the same suite.
Hey, listen, that's your twin brother. Y'all really kin to each other. You need to do some of that.
Well, some
ancestry.
people say it's ludicrous
Yeah.
too.
Oh.
I mean, we listen.
I wonder if
both
they
of the
blind.
brothers look good. I ain't ashamed. I
wonder
ain't
if
ashamed.
they
They
blind
look
to
good,
Aaron
and I'm older.
Rodgers.
I'm older, so
I
that's a
wonder if they
compliment to me.
blind to that. I wonder
Why?
if they blind like you blind. I never thought I'd see this day. I never thought I'd see this day, Molly, where he gets absolutely irrational because of his emotional attachment to somebody.
everything.
He
Have
know
you not
damn
seen
well.
Aaron Rodgers? Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.